Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, July 24th, 2019, and the U.S. stock market is closed. And I got the wrong chart up here. Sorry about that. This is the Dow. Anyway, we had a really good day today. I think this was probably the best day that we've had in July so far. And interestingly enough, it was when the Dow was down. That always amuses me, that when we have bad days when the Dow's gone through the roof, and then the Dow has a down day, we do really well. I guess that just is the way it happens. Anyway, the Dow lost 79 points today. You can see that it opened down and stayed negative all day long. We had, I don't know, about 12, 13 positions coming in, and we closed those out with positive over $8,000. That's pretty good. But the big stuff was in the 13 positions that we took new or were holding from yesterday, and we are carrying positive over $10,000 in those 13 positions. 5 are positive, 8 negative, but I'll show you the outlier that takes us over the top today. It's amazing that we need those outliers, and I'm used to getting them with a little more frequency than I've been getting them lately, so it's really good when I see one come down the line. Okay, I only got 2 stocks that I'm going to show you. The second one is going to be that outlier, but let's look at the one bad thing that happened today first. And nothing is ever perfect, and today wasn't perfect. I'm showing you PC&E Corporation. That's PCG, and this thing we had bought yesterday, like the second or third hour, and it had closed with a profit. Looked pretty good on the close yesterday, and then it gaps down a little here for our exit, but we still got out of that with about $1,000 profit. So small trade, but I'm happy with it. Get out. And then the darn thing, it's going along here, and it puts this huge spike in the trading during the second hour. I got my start in trading not in stocks but in futures, and this is the kind of stuff we saw a lot in futures when back then the trading was floor trading. Guys sitting around in a circle yelling and screaming and waving paper in the air, and they knew where stops were, and they would sometimes run these positions up to hit those stops because they could make money doing that. That's what this looked like today. I'm not saying that was really what was going on, because it's a pretty different situation, but anyway, they run this thing up and they just tag our re-entry up here, and literally within seconds that position has lost a bunch of money. And in fact, we squeaked out $1,000 positive trade here, and literally within minutes we had given back $3,700. So we were definitely in the hole with this stock. That was the only thing that really went bad today, and this pulled our open trade profits back, but we still got $10,000 in open trade, but without this we would have had like over 13,000. But anyway, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's the thing. Does crazy stuff like this. I mean, it could gap up tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows what that thing's going to do? I'm going to show you the outlier that's made our day today, though. This is Teradyne Incorporated, TER, and because of this huge gap today, you can't really see it, but we had actually exited that trade yesterday, and then we got re-entered right here with about 2 to 3 hours to go. It closed pretty much where we got into it yesterday, and then we have this huge gap up this morning, and even after the gap it keeps going. And where it closed today, we are up $15,000 in Teradyne. That's an outlier. That's one of those, 5% of our trades that we make 70% of our profits in. And we need these things. And another thing that was going on today is something I used to see more of, but our entry here yesterday may have been triggered by insider buying. It says insiders know this is going to happen, so they're bidding this thing up, and it's enough to hit our re-entry signal, even though that doesn't look like much on this chart because of this big gap. But it got us into the trade for the second time yesterday, and we just rode it today. Beautiful. If we hadn't gotten in, we would have been buying it up about here, and we'd have a little profit, but nothing like we have now. $15,000 that we're carrying, so that's real good. So we're going in tomorrow with over $10,000, and we closed out over 8, so that's really good. Anyway, good day. Trader Bob's happy. I'll be back here tomorrow on Thursday.